before he ever swung between skyscrapers, before the interviews, the premieres, and the billions at the box office. Tom Holland was just a kid with too much energy and no idea where to put it. Nobody expected the shy boy from Southwest London to become one of the defining actors of his generation. But he did it anyway. What makes Tom Holland's journey so fascinating isn't just his rise to fame, it's how quickly he learned to adapt to the pressure, the spotlight, and the enormous expectations that came with playing a cultural icon. This isn't the story of the kid who became Spider-Man. It's the story of a performer who built his career piece by piece, who took risks long before Hollywood cared, and who proved that authenticity can shine even inside a billion-dollar franchise. Today, we'll trace the path from schoolboy dancer to West End breakout, to global superstar and beyond, as Tom Holland continues to shape his identity as an artist outside the mask. Tom Holland's early life wasn't glamorous. He grew up with 3 little brothers, a photographer mother, and a father who was a comedian. So, storytelling was part of the household. But Tom wasn't the loud kid fighting for attention. He was the observer, the listener, the one quietly figuring out how the world worked. Dance entered his life almost by accident. A hip-hop class turned into ballet. Ballet turned into discipline, and discipline turned into opportunity. But the confidence he built on stage didn't erase the teasing he took at school. Kids didn't understand why a boy would choose dance. Tom kept going anyway. His talent eventually led him to audition for Billy Elliot the musical. I'm singing in the rain. He didn't book it right away. In fact, he failed multiple times. But each refusal pushed him to train harder, and he returned stronger each time. By age 12, he wasn't just in the show. He was the show's lead. A role requiring athleticism, vulnerability, and command of a stage packed with adults, and Tom handled all of it. This didn't make him famous, but it proved he was capable of more than anyone realized, and that's when film directors took notice. Tom's first major film role came in The Impossible, a survival drama based on true events. He played Lucas, a boy caught in the 2004 tsunami and separated from his family. This wasn't a flashy blockbuster. It demanded raw emotion, fear, panic, anger, hope, and Tom delivered a performance that shocked audiences. He wasn't cute. He wasn't playing for sympathy. He felt real. That film changed everything. Suddenly, Hollywood saw him not as a child actor, but as a genuine talent. He followed it with indie films, voice work, and supporting roles, each one chosen carefully, each pushing him a little further. And then, Marvel came calling. The Spider-Man auditions weren't a straight line to victory. Tom spent months sending tapes, rehearsing scenes, learning choreography, screen testing with major actors, never knowing whether he was too young, too British, or simply not the right fit. But his authenticity won them over. Spider-Man didn't need to be perfect. He needed to be human. Tom Holland was the perfect Peter Parker. Marvel launched Tom into a level of fame nobody can prepare for. Overnight, he went from that kid from the Tsunami movie to the face of one of the world's biggest franchises. And with that came pressure. Tom dealt with non-stop interviews, leaked scripts, the physical demands of stunts, and a fan base that watched his every move. And although he handled it with humor and charm, fame forced him to grow up faster than most. But he refused to let Spider-Man define him entirely. Between Marvel films, he pushed himself creatively, taking roles that were darker, heavier, and more complicated. Cherry showed him as a traumatized veteran battling addiction. The Devil All the Time revealed his ability to play a brooding, conflicted young man caught in a brutal world. Both roles proved that Tom wasn't relying on boyish charisma or athletic ability. He was relying on craft. He started producing, he started shaping his own stories. He began stepping out of the shadow of the MCU to explore who he could be as an adult actor. This wasn't a reinvention, it was a graduation. Tom Holland's achievements aren't just measured in awards or box office numbers. What makes him significant is the way he reinvented the modern leading man. He's not untouchable, he's relatable. He's open about anxiety, burnout, and the need to step away when life gets overwhelming. In an industry built on perfection, he's honest, and people connect to that. Tom's influence also stretches beyond acting. His work with charities, his openness about mental health, and his support for young performers show a maturity beyond his years. His fans grew up with him. They watched him evolve from stage kid to superhero to serious actor. And now, they're watching him carve out a career on his own terms, sometimes stepping back, sometimes leaping forward, but always staying grounded. And that's what sets him apart. He isn't chasing fame, he's chasing growth. Tom Holland's story is still being written, but one thing is clear. He didn't become successful by being the loudest or the biggest or the flashiest. He made it by being real, by showing heart in every role, honesty in every interview, and relentless work in every performance. From dancing in a small London studio, to leading billion-dollar films, to exploring complex characters beyond superheroes. Tom Holland proves that success isn't about where you start. It's about how far you're willing to grow. So let me know, which Tom Holland performance resonates with you the most? Is it the emotional depth of The Impossible, the intensity of Cherry, or the charm of Spider-Man? Drop your thoughts below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more cinematic deep dives.